close the door so there's no interruptions. Okay. So, how to build the Vex Clawbot. Okay, we're going to do this step by step. So this is going to be step one. Following the instruction booklet, straight up, right? I'm making these videos because I'm actually running short on instruction booklets. This is like one of two because they've gotten destroyed over the years and lost. And then I have kids saying, I can't find it, I don't know what to do, I'm confused. I put the instruction manual also on Schoology, but I figured, hey, let's just kill it all and get right to the point. I'll make a video showing you exactly how to build the robot so there's no excuses. Okay, so the first part of the Clawbot building, if you'll see 1, 2, and 3, is actually setting up to put the motors on the chassis. And you get these little bumpers. Now, since you're in my class, and I'm going to get in close with the camera here, the bumpers are already on there. Most of them are already made. Okay, so you have to find the one that has the bumpers on the inside track. Okay, so it'll look like the picture here. Okay. Yeah, these are on the inside. Okay, so because that part should already be done. There are no new robots in my class. If for some reason you're using a new robot, I bought a new robot and I gave it to you, the first part is very easy. It's basically every 2 that you're going to put them in. So you can see 1 from the bracket, 1, 2, right? 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. But if you have one of the boxes that I'm giving you, the robot has been made before, and I took it apart, so you just have to find the pieces that line up. So if you see for step 1, okay, here's the brackets, right? So this is actually step 1, this is the one on the inside, okay, and then this is the one on the outside, which was actually step 3. So I got 2 of those. This one is not 1, and that's the 2 on the far end. This is actually for step 6. I'm going to keep it off to the side. Okay, so here's the other one. So this is, it says 2 of these with the ones on the inside. There should be 2. So if you see, okay, the outside has the little buttons, as I call them. Okay, the inside has the actual notches, and you know it's the inside because there's this overlap, right? So that's 2 right there, 1 and 2 with the overlap. Okay, so if I'm looking at step 1, that's step 1. Now it says step 2 with the brackets on the outside. Okay, so there's step 2. Step 3, also brackets on the outside, done. Okay, so that's step 1, 2, and 3. Now if you look at step 2, it's telling you to add the motor. So this is the motor here. Okay, so as you're looking at it, right, the brackets are on the outside, you have the overlap on top, okay, on the inside. The wire, okay, is going out towards this end, so on the inside it looks like this, okay, and it lines up, so you see these 2, okay, will line up, okay, so it actually goes, a screw goes through there, so actually you have to find the one that matches that. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm looking at the wrong one. That's why it's important to pay attention to the directions, okay? So the brackets are on the outside. This one has already been, see, that's what I'm saying. You have to look because this robot has already been pre-constructed. Okay, so this one matches with the brackets on the outside, but they put a button, as I call it, through the one that we need to put the motor in. But that's okay because that's actually for the other one. But we'll get to that part. If I have to take the button out, I'll take the button out. But for now, because I found the one that has where the motor goes, see there's no button on this side, okay? And actually, I think no, because if you rotate this one, it's upside down. The top needs to be like this. Okay, this is the top. So, we'll go with this one that has the two buttons, right? The two spaces for the thing. So now we get a screw. Okay. And these are the screws, okay? And we line it up, and you're looking, the long screw is going to go through, this is a long screw, it goes through where the button normally goes into the motor on the other side, okay? And to start it, you can pretty much use your hand to get it going. It might be a little cumbersome. And it actually, see, this is like why you do a little bit each day, right? So there it is. And then you get our trusty Allen wrench out. This is called an Allen wrench. We put that in there, and we hold the motor, and we screw it in. And it might take a hot minute of screwing to do this, to get it all in there. And I'm actually doing this during a class period, so I'm going to keep track of my time. Actually, let me put my phone out. Because, see, it's 2:35. You only got about an hour per class period to do this. So, and I'm actually going to do this for about 10 minutes. You could get further with each lesson, but I'm going to put a 10 minutes in there because it might take you time to set it up. So, for instance, if you have to put these brackets in first, right, because that was step 1, 2, and 3. If you have to find them, right, you have to locate them. Sometimes parts get broken, so you have to go look for the extra parts. I have them in the cabinets, or I have to get extra parts for you sometimes. We don't know, problems arise. So if you just do one of my videos a day, right, in your 1 hour class period, that will be more than enough to get your robot completed in a good period of time. So that's going on right. See, this is what I'm talking about. That is not threading properly, which I don't know why. That screw might be too big, actually, now that I'm looking at it. I'm just going to try and screw the thread. Yeah, it's not exactly working. Let me see. Yeah, that's pulling out. And some of the motors go bad over years, so that's why you might have to switch it out. So I'm going to test this one. Okay. These screws. You want to make sure you got the right size screw. I think I got the bigger one. That's a super long one. Let me try the smaller one. screwing in there. As I'm looking at the thread on this, it doesn't seem to be the right size. So I'm wondering, because I did take this apart, how I took it apart. Be looking at the wrong screw. Hold on. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, these are the right size. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, that picture is wrong. So it's a good thing I make the video. It is a good thing I made the video because I have just learned that the picture is incorrect. Okay, so the picture shows a black screw for the motor, but it actually doesn't thread right, so good thing I made the video. You want to use the silver screw. It looks the same size, but it is not. So, setting this up properly now, turning it the correct way. That's not the right one. Turning it the correct way. This is the right one. Because, and to show you on the video, on the back side, the motors go here. The wire, the top is going to cover it, and the wire goes out to here, right? So you want to make sure that your screw goes through, lines up with the motor. And you should be able to screw it with your fingers to begin with. That's why when it wasn't doing it, I was like, I don't know about that. And then you come in here with this Allen wrench to tighten it up. Anything that's like super difficult, it's probably not right. So if you're having difficulty threading something, just like I just was like, wait a minute, this doesn't seem right. So black is the wrong color. It's definitely the silver ones. And that's why we're making a video. So we're at 2:41. So that's why I said, see, I'm only doing 10 minutes. Okay. And we're going to do piece by piece, so that way it's easy, right? I want to have enough time for each of these parts. So even if I do like one step in a class period each day until the robot's built, that's what you're going for, okay? To get the robot built, and you can sit here and talk to your friends, and even listen to music on your phone while you do this. But you make sure it's tight. There we go, and there it is, right? So that's, this is showing step 1. Right, done, step 1. This is showing step 2, done. Okay, and like I said, you're going to use the silver. So now 3, okay, is going the other way. So here's this one, right, where the brackets are on the outside. Here's the top. This is the inside. The buttons are on the inside. The brackets are on the outside. The middle bracket, okay, has 2 spaces, because your next motor, where did I put the other motor? other motor goes the opposite way. So look, the top is here, the wire is going out this way, right? Now we have the top is here and the wire is going the opposite direction. So they're different directions. Get this part right, because if you put your motors in the wrong spot, if they're facing in the wrong directions, what happens is they won't turn right when you go to turn your thing on, and then I'm going to tell you got to start all over and take your stuff apart. And everybody gets frustrated when I say that, but if you want your robot to go in the right direction, make sure you set it up properly. So now we already know we need 2 silver screws. So I got 1. Where's the other silver screw? Where's the silver screw? Somewhere in this box, I promise. I took everything out and I put it in this box. So it's in there. It is. And this is a little one. That's a little one. So I might actually have messed up on the first one because I probably could have used a little one. Well, no, because you're not going to get a little one through the whole thing. This one, yeah, I think that'll work. We'll try. We'll see. So I'm facing the right direction. And the reason why the brackets are important is because otherwise it'll wiggle. So if you don't have your brackets set up, when your robot is complete, the whole thing will shake when it's moving because these brackets really tighten it up. So, making sure you have the right screw that'll fit all the way through the bracket is kind of important. And making sure this is lined up so that way it's nice and snug. Once it's on there, you want it to be tight. Sometimes I like to use the second one because it's a little bit bigger. It turns a lot better to get it tight in there. Okay? And then we're going to see if this little one will go all the way through. I don't think it will. No, it definitely does not. Definitely does not. The little one is too little. See the screw that I'm looking for, so I'm actually going to jump over here, pull it out of another box. We are in no shortage of screws, so I have a toolbox full of them, so I'm not worried about. And they get all over the place, kids move them. They think they're stealing from other teams. They're actually not. It's all the same. So if you're missing a part, if you can't find a piece, if you're looking for a screw, just ask me because I have tons. More than enough. There's plenty of extra parts too from previous builds. We actually don't have any shortage of parts. And if parts break, I order new stuff all the time. I'm getting new parts every year, so like I said, I'm not worried about it. If I have to drive over to CT and pick up some from Larkin, I will. Alright, so it's still not tight, like the screw has to be like tight. The motor needs to not move at all. Ah, that kind of hurt. Be careful you don't pinch yourself like that. When it starts to get tight, it wants to do that. Okay, so that's tight. Okay, so 2 motors, one going in one direction, one going in the other direction. And that's 248 right there. So honestly, I would just do 1 page at a time, guys. Okay? So that's it, 1 page. We screwed on the motors, we got them nice and tight. If you started this lesson, you had to put the brackets on. If it was new, if it's not new, you found the parts, you did that. Okay, you organized it. Okay, and we're just gonna leave it there. Okay, so next time we don't have to do 4 or 5 because I already have the 2 brackets on 4 and 5. So they're ready. You should have them ready. So check to make sure you have them set up. If not, you can do 4 and 5. Okay, and then we're gonna get on 6. 6 is actually gonna be part of the claw part. Okay, but just going right off the instructions. Okay, 1 through 3 are done. 4, 5, 6, we're gonna do next time. Put that on there, and I should be able to move on to making the chassis. But we're gonna leave this video for today, so that way I can make sure that in one class period you can do each step and rock it out. Till next time.
Okay, so I'm throwing this on the back end of the video because this is the instructions right here on the PDF. Like I said, some of the actual instructions have gotten messed up or lost over the years, so I may not have enough instructions. So this way here on the computer you can see the video of me putting it together and explaining. Like I said, number 1, you put those brackets in, and it shows that 2 of them are bracketed here. Number 2, you have the motor wire going in one direction. Okay, so here's the top, as I was saying, and then the wires on that side, right? And then for number 3, the wire is going in the opposite direction, and then, like I said, there's the top. So it's not backwards, but opposites, left and right, or up and down, depending on how you look at it. Okay, but there's a picture. I just wanted to throw that on the end of the video.